Fathom is a statistical program used to examine and manipulate data. You may have used other software similar such as Excel or StatCrunch. Fathom has many of the same features, but has additional features and is very user-friendly. The data used for Fathom can be collected personally and used. It can be found online and dropped right into the program, or you can use data that is already provided by Fathom. Fathom can also randomly generate data for probability events, such as flipping a coin. Once you have the data you want to analyze, the program allows you to link between the collection, the table, and the graphs. Today we will show you how to link all the features and use them effectively. Today we are going to collect data from Dairy Queen's nutrition chart for blizzards. Instead of having to type the numerous amounts of blizzards and their corresponding data, we will simply copy it from the website and paste it right into Fathom.
Pull up the website you want to use. Then highlight the data you wish to use and copy it. Then, reopen Fathom and drag a collection box from the top left-hand corner. Then paste your data right into the collection box by selecting Paste Cases from the drop-down menu. To change the name of a collection and its corresponding tables and graphs, you double-click on the name in Collection 1 and type in the name for your collection. For our collection, we are going to title it I Scream, You Scream, We All Scream for Ice Cream. If you want to use your own data, maybe collected from your own students, you begin the same by dragging a collection box into the blank space. Then you type in the attributes and corresponding values. For example, shoe size. To view whatever data you are using in a table, you click on the collection that you want and then drag a table into the white space of Fathom. If you cannot view the entire name of one of your columns, you can double-click between the columns and Fathom will auto-size the column to fit your text. You can also change the attributes to the corresponding names that you are using for your table. In this case, we will change them to Blizzard Name, Calories, Proteins, Total Carbs, Sugars, Total Fat, Saturated Fat, Trans Fat, Sodium, and of course, cholesterol. Now that our table is neat and organized, you might feel overwhelmed by the amount of information the table gives you. Luckily, Fathom will make this easier. To organize the information in a graph, you click and drag the graph icon at the top of the screen into the white Fathom space. Next, you drag the attribute from the table that you want to look at onto the axis. For example, if you want to look at the amount of sugars in each blizzard compared to the amount of calories, you can drag the sugars attribute to the horizontal axis and calories to the vertical axis. You will see a scatter plot. If you do not like scatter plots, there is a pull-down menu on the left of the graph where you can change the type of graph you are looking at. Right now, we are going to focus on the scatter plot. Looking at our scatter plot, you can see there is a relationship between the amount of sugar in ice cream and the amount of calories. Typically, students will draw a line trying to figure out the best line of fit. On Fathom, you can add a movable line by right-clicking on the graph and choosing a movable line. This makes it easier for students than having to draw and erase when looking for a line of best fit. Then to compare the movable line to the actual least squares line, you can add the least squares line to the graph as well. To do this, you also right-click and choose least squares line. You then see how close your original thought was to the actual least squares line. Another nice feature is that at the bottom of the graph, the equation for the least squares line will appear, giving you a correlation coefficient. This equation will help you predict the amount of calories a blizzard has, if you know the amount of sugar a blizzard has. You can also click on a dot on the scatter plot, and it will highlight that data on other graphs and tables. Another feature is you can take the box and draw a box around the corresponding dots, and it will highlight that data. Another cool feature of Fathom is that it will calculate summary statistics for your data. To do this, you drag the summary icon in the top of the program into the white space. When you drag the summary box, it will tell you to drag the attribute you want to look at. So, we will drag calories. The first summary statistic it will show you is the mean. If you would like to add other attributes, you can, but you must first add them one at a time. If you want to look at other summary stats, you right-click on the summary box and click Add Formula, add 5-number summary, or add basic statistics. If you click Add Basic Statistics, items such as standard deviation, count, and standard error appear. If you click on 5-number summary, you get the minimum value, first quartile, median, the third quartile, and the maximum. Lastly, if you click Add Formula, you get many options to choose from. These include everything from the product of values to different distributions. Instead of having to do arithmetic by hand with the data, Fathom will do it for you.
There are many other features to Fathom, but due to time restraints, we have equipped you with the necessary tools, and now you are ready to explore the rest of Fathom for yourself.
Good luck!